Hey my beautiful Libra peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Am from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you guys with your April 2022 tarot reading. As always, readings here are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message, and if you want to check out my official social medias, that'll be linked down in the description below. So Libra, welcome on in. We're going to start out today's video with your current energies. What current energies do we got coming in here for Team Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout the month of April 2022. Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. First card out, what do we have? And we have here the Three of Wands. You could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Moving forward from that, we do have here the Knight of Cups. And then looking at the last card for you here, is going to be, the Four of Swords. So, as far as what I'm seeing for Libra is jumping into April 2022, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Cups here, and the Four of Swords. Three of Wands to the Knight of Cups. Three of Wands is typically one of those energies where you're waiting to see and find out what's on the other side. You know, most of the time you can hear people say you're waiting for your ships to come in, meaning like you're waiting for something to come in, but I feel like in this situation, you want to know what's on the other side of a situation. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, taking a look at the next card here for your current energies, we do have here the Knight of Cups. So there is a journey you want to be a part of. There's somewhere you want to travel to, somewhere you want to go, but it does feel to me like you have stopped yourself. We have here the Four of Swords. It's one of those cards where you kind of take a step back before taking any sort of action. So this could be about gathering information before you make a change in your life. Maybe right now in the month of April, you're thinking about starting a new path, starting a new career, going in a new direction in your life, and you want to get as well informed as you can before you make any sort of decision. So it's about kind of taking a logical approach to changing your life, and you're doing it in a manner where you are well informed before you make any sort of decisions, which is not necessarily a bad thing to do. Let's go ahead and see what you're dealing with here. What are my Libras going to be dealing with throughout the month of April 2022? We did have the Ace of Cups come out, which is pretty awesome. It was about doing what it is you love. For sure, I like that one for you. We do have here the Five of Swords, and then moving into the next couple of cards we have the Hangman, followed up with the Five of Wands and the Moon card. So, coming into April 2022, based upon what it is you're dealing with, there is this hesitancy here about doing what it is that you love. Because in a way, it's like, well, what is it that I do truly love? Because whatever's going on in my life right now, it suits me to a certain extent, but it's not necessarily the most fulfilling thing to be a part of. So I'm definitely picking up on that vibe from you a little bit. It's like what you have going on in your life right now is not necessarily by any means perfection. It's not totally where you want to be. It suits you, it works, but it's not like the most thrilling or exciting situation to be a part of. You know, with the Hangman card kind of jumping up over here, following up here with the Five of Wands, there is a certain number of frustrations that you experience in your life that you wish weren't necessarily there. I think that this is the energy when we go back to that Three of Wands, of wondering what's on the other side, meaning that wondering what else is out there for me that will make my life such a positive experience. What else is out there for me that'll make my life something that I could say is absolutely amazing? You know, you want your life to be more than just surviving. You want to truly be living, and you want to be embracing the feeling of living and being alive. You want to be living a life where it's like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm living. It feels great. It feels fantastic. Not just a life where it's like, you know, I'm kind of just getting by. You know, whether you feel that way in your career, your personal relationships, or just in general, it feels kind of like things have gotten kind of stale. And I think that that's the frustration that you're currently experiencing. So when I say the term of you want to know what's on the other side, you want to know what else is out there for you. You're trying to get well informed. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to do research on what it is you'd resonate with. But the best kind of research you can actually have would be experiences, because when you experience things, you get to take the whole entire moment in and figure out and judge whether or not if something is for you or if it's not for you. So looking at the last card we have in reference to what you're dealing with, we have here the Moon card. You know, the Moon card talks about the emotions that we experience. And I do feel for you that in the month of April, there is this emotional energy that's kind of clouding you a little bit. You know, this feeling of like, I wanted to live a life that I felt was gonna be fantastic and amazing, and I don't feel like it's totally turned out that way. I kind of feel like I'm just in a position to where I'm getting by every day, and I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel exhilarating energy. I want to actually feel alive. I want to feel like I'm living, not just surviving. So you've gotten into this place where you've said, I need to know what's on the other side. Well, going back to what I mentioned for you, I think experience would be the greatest thing that you can have, because the more experiences you have, the more you figure out what's for you in life and then what's not for you in life, okay? Let's go ahead and see where things are going for you. Where are things going to be going here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the month of April 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Two of Cups. Okay, that's pretty lovely to see. Moving forward from that, we got the Seven of Cups. We got here the Two of Cups, or sorry, the Two of Pentacles. And then we have here the Devil. So, Two of Cups here to the Seven of Cups. It's like I want to know where I resonate, where I fit in. It's almost like you're in this energy, Libra, where you feel like you're kind of the only person floating on this world that doesn't have a place. You know, you're on this floating rock that we call Earth, and you just don't feel like you have a place for you. And you're wondering, where is that place? Where is that home for me? And when I say the term home, I'm not talking about a physical home or anything like that, but have you ever had one of those moments in life where you know where you are, it just feels like you belong, it just feels like home for you, it feels like that stable, warm energy, it's like, this is for me, this is the life that I want to be living. You feel alone right now in the world. You don't feel like you found your home yet. You don't feel like you found your place of resonance. And with that Seven of Cups, it feels pretty lonely traveling through the world right now, traveling through different experiences, and not necessarily feeling like you do belong. So it's very emotional how you're feeling, and I can understand why you guys feel that way. But I will definitely tell you, your time will come where you do find that amazing place in your life where you're like, this is it. This is exactly where I want to be. This is where I fit in. This is where everything's wonderful. You can get there, and I promise you, you can. You know, eliminate the doubts that you can't get there, right? Because the more that you put doubt within yourself, the more you, tend to be in a very second-guessing and doubtful type of energy, the more you push yourself away from getting to the things that you want. So I want you guys to remain as confident, and I want you to remain as positive as you can moving into April 2022, because those energies will guide you exactly where you need to be. Now, with the Two of Pentacles here to the Devil, this is pretty interesting because based upon where things are going, it's like no matter where I end up, I just still feel like I'm stuck. You know, Two of Pentacles over here is the energy, or sorry, not the Devil, I was pointing at the Devil, but Two of Pentacles over here, right? This is the energy of like, there is a place that's right for me, and then there's tons of places that aren't right for me, but I keep feeling like I'm ending up at the Devil. I keep feeling like I keep ending up stuck in my life, and that I keep hitting roadblocks, and that I'm just not in a place of resonance. So you're feeling a little lost right now. And usually what I tell people when they're lost, as I've mentioned to you already, hopefully I don't bother you with repeating the same thing, but having as many experiences as you possibly can in life definitely will guide you to where you need to go, because the more experiences you have, the more you figure out what you like, and then the more you figure out what you like, eventually something tends to stick. So guys, this month, don't feel ashamed for feeling a bit lost. Don't feel, and I can't tell you how to feel, so I shouldn't say don't feel, right? Because you guys have the right to feel however you feel. I think that's always important to mention, but I don't want you guys to feel that way, because ultimately there's so many people that have experienced this energy before. I've experienced this energy tons of times in my life, and what I've recognized is that there's always a place for someone. There's a place for everyone. There's a place for you, Libra, that feels like home, and that feels like this is the life I've been waiting to live. It's out there for you. And I'm not going to tell you go find it, because how would you just find it if you don't know what it is just yet? That's why I will say continue to have experiences in life, guys. The more you have, the more you'll figure out what you like, and one of them will continue to stick. All right? Are there any dire or important messages coming in here from Libra Spirit Guides, please, regarding April 2022? Are there any dire or important messages coming in from Libra Spirit Guides regarding April 2022? And what do we have? We have here the King of Pentacles, we have here the Six of Cups, and then we have here the Ace of Swords. King of Pentacles here is a pretty interesting card to see, especially when it comes towards what your guides have to say, because King of Pentacles is the energy of stability, right? So first things first, Libra, if you're in situations in your life right now that are lacking stability, that right there could be the first place to start. It's almost like what your guides are trying to say is that if you want a stable environment that feels like home, where everything is always working and everything's great, you need to make sure that you're already placing yourself in situations that are creating stability for you. If you're around friends that are really inconsistent, maybe it's time to be surrounded by friends who are consistent. If you're in relationships with people romantically that are just not trying hard enough, or that are just not consistent enough, or not willing to work with it, or work it with you, maybe it's time to find people who are on the same exact vibration of what it is you're actually looking for. I feel like your guides are trying to say, King of Pentacles, get out of the energy of settling for less. You know, when you do settle for less, what that ends up doing for you is making you live a half empty, half full kind of lifestyle, you know? Don't settle for less in your career is what they're saying. Don't settle for less in your friendships, in your romantic relationships, in your ideas, your projects, your endeavor. Go big or go home is what I think your guides want to mention to you. Now, with the Six of Cups here to the Ace of Swords, I think they're also trying to tell you as well, give yourself time to reflect on your past. You know, if you look at your past and you feel similar energy to what you're experiencing now, take a look at what you were doing in your past and take a look at what you're doing now. Is it the same exact thing? Because remember, repetition is the mother of learning, but at the same time, if you're doing the same thing in the same way, in the same manner, you're not going to get a different result, right? So the more you try to do something one specific way, it's never going to give you a different result. So Libras, if you've been feeling this energy and have just been kind of going with the flow of life and saying there's nothing I can do to change how I'm feeling, that's far from the truth. There's tons of things you can do to change the way that you feel and to find that place where you fit in life and where you really just love and care for it. And I think that the realization you're kind of going to uncover in the month of April 2022 is that it's not so much about finding where you fit in life. It's actually more about embracing the person that you are and attracting what fits with you. I learned this a long time ago in my life. I was a person that always wanted to impress other people. I always wanted to fit in with different crowds. I always wanted to be accepted. And that was probably what I'd say was my biggest flaw as a person. I was always an individual who constantly wanted the approval of others and wanted to be accepted and loved by everybody. It was so difficult for me not to be. And when I started really embracing the person that I am, I came to find that there's not a lot of people that like me, but there's also tons of people that do. And it was okay for me to realize that there were individuals that didn't like me, individuals that didn't like the person I was, the things I do, the style I have, the way I look. I don't give a fuck. You know, I can give a rat's ass. I came to that point where I recognized, fuck that. Like, if people don't click with me, they don't mesh with me, they don't vibe with me, that's okay, because not everybody can have the capacity to do so. What I learned is that by fully embracing who I actually am, what my interests are, what I like, when I started living in the person I am and the person that I wanted to be, I attracted my home instead of found it. Does that make sense, Libra? Like, the more you keep embracing who you are, the more and more you're going to attract the same people that have that like-minded energy and those same types of qualities. So instead of feeling like you have to fit in because you're not fitting in, don't, go for the energy of trying to fit in. Instead, stay in your own lane right now and do you. Because the more you are standing out in being the person that you are, the more you're going to attract that same like-minded people into your life and those same like-minded situations that apply to the person of who you are. So the more that you do that, the more you'll see it attracting. It's not about finding your home or finding your place in this world. It's about the place in the world finding you, and attracting itself to you and, manifesting to you. So I think that's a really massive realization you'll be having here, jumping into April 2022. And when you have that realization, I think it's going to allow you to feel so much better, because it's like, now I don't need to go out of my way to figure out, where I need to be in life. It's like, I just need to be me, and everything else will go ahead and manifest and, resonate accordingly. All right, let's go ahead and see the overall outcome here for your month for April 2022. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during their April 2022? We did have the Empress come out. I don't feel like I was meant to pull this card, but at the same time, though, the Empress is a card that represents growth. So this could be saying, of course, at the end of all this in April 2022, your mindset has grown into something much more positive. But let's go ahead and get the final outcome card here. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus during April 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Wheel of Fortune. I love that for you. This is change, magnificent change happening here for you. This is the wheel spinning and turning in your favor. This is fortune coming to you. Now you might be saying, well, Aunt, after all of the things we've talked about, how is it that fortune is suddenly coming to me in April 2022? Well, it's coming to you because of the shift that you're going to start making. Instead of the Three of Wands, continuously wondering what else is out there, where your place in the world is, where you fit in, instead of wondering that, it's about creating your own lane and having people attract into that lane. For example, right? If you go back a couple years ago, tarot readings and stuff on YouTube and the communities that have been built and well established now for a couple years didn't really exist. It was a rarity to come across people doing some of the stuff that I do and other content creators on this platform do. And with that being said, it wasn't a thing that was created. And then when somebody decided to say, you know what, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is a part of me, I'm going to put this out here into the world. And it attracted a huge audience of people who are incredibly interested in receiving the benefits and the help that people can provide through these types of readings. So when you put yourself out there of who you are, what you like, what you enjoy, what you do, you're going to attract people that feel that same way. So you're going to be attracting your home here instead of searching for your home or searching for your place in the world. And that's going to be the most amazing thing that you can take away from this, right? It's not so much about finding what else is out there in life, but instead embracing you and letting all those wonderful things find you, because they will. Right? For every person that is subscribed to my YouTube channel, for every person that's watching this video right now, you may never have even heard of me before, and you could be watching my video right now, and you were guided here for a reason. And that's exactly how this whole entire situation is for you practically, Libra. Like, you will attract things in your life based upon embracing who you are. And that, I think, is so important to keep highlighting. So as far as what I'm getting for you guys for April 2022, it started off with you guys feeling like, I don't know where my place in the world is. I don't know where my happiness lies, what my happy ending is. I just don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm floating through life. I'm getting by. I don't feel like I'm living. I feel like I'm just surviving. And I want to be living a life where I feel like I'm truly living and experiencing what I want, and not where I feel like I'm just surviving and getting through the day. And I want to know where my place in the world is, where I feel comfortable, where I feel like it can be my home and it can be the life that I love living. And it really all starts with you. When you really start to figure out who you are and you do some soul searching, Libra, to figure out the person you are, the things you love, the things you like, and the more you keep embracing that side of you and embracing all of you wholeheartedly, the more you will attract opportunities, people, and situations into your life that revolve around your vibration. And that is when your home will start being created, because it will start from you by embracing it first. Okay? All right, Libra, this was a gorgeous reading. I actually really love the energy here for you in the month of April 2022. I'm happy to see the transformation. I'm very happy to see the Wheel of Fortune coming out at the end, because that's a giant turnaround here for you. It's about seeing everything now starting to manifest in. So you're going to start to see yourself attracting the lifestyle you've been looking for this entire time, and you're not going to be feeling stuck, with that devil energy like you've previously felt. So Libra's wonderful reading, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it so much. If you're new here and you like this channel, come on down and subscribe. That would be amazing. And if you enjoyed the content, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I will definitely respond to you down in the comments, so feel free to leave one. But Libra, enjoy the rest of your April 2022, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love to my Libra peeps, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.